And I think that means we're live. It's been a hot minute since we've been live. So welcome back, everyone, to Blackwater D&D and our production of Triangle Agency and our mini-series called The Right Angle. We're thrilled to be here premiering Equilateral finally after a delay last week. And we're just wanting to make sure that everyone was safe, but we're so happy to be here. I am Em. I am your general manager this evening. And this game makes me so happy with the aesthetic, and corporate horror is a genre that I didn't know I needed so much until I got it, and now I never want to let it go. So I'm going to quickly get through some announcements before we can dive in and welcome our guests. But if you haven't gone and visited Haunted Table's website or even gone to the Kickstarter page, and where you can check out everything that you can get in the normal briefcase box, which I have right here, which is very exciting. It arrived at my house. It's a narratively focused game that is based around paranormal investigation. I often talk about it that it's like the X-Files meets The Office. And yeah, it's created by Caleb Zane Hewitt, who I think Caleb is here in chat, or he was very briefly. Caleb, we love you. Thank you so much for supporting us and for sponsoring this mini series. As well as Sean Ireland, who's done so much of the design work. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All of the amazing character art this evening comes from our dear friend, Kelsey, who is Rogue Uzu across all of the socials. So you can go find her there. And everything else comes from the field agent manual and the general manager handbook. So definitely go check those out. The box itself is very aesthetically pleasing. Tim, can you hold up the dice that come with it? You are muted also, just an FYI. Oh, they're so pretty. Oh, no, it's gone. It's in the ether. There it is. Yeah, so the 3 branded dice. Oh, Faye's got them too. Amazing. So yeah, so it's a beautiful game, and I'm very, very excited to be playing it this evening. So welcome. Very stoked to have you all here. I'm going to acknowledge tonight that we are streaming from the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Coast Salish, Stolo, Semiahmoo, Kwantlen, Tsawwassen, and Musqueam First Nations. And while the story takes place in Turnian City, it's an honor to play on these lands tonight. A big thank you to Faye for running tech and navigating all of the tech gremlins. And yeah, our main campaign is live on Mondays at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard, so you can come check it out right here. We also have God Killer that drops on Fridays, and please come check us out on Patreon as well. And okay, so that's business. But now we're going to get reacquainted with my wonderful field agents this evening. All of our agents have returned except for Pond, and with generic nickname being whisked away on other business. I'm sure we will see them eating their coffee grounds and making the best lattes at the agency-approved cafe. Tim and Cody here from Blackwater reprising their roles as Dunn and Indigo, as well as our fabulous, that's what I'm saying, guests, Anne and Faye, reprising them as SoHCahToa and Heather, respectively. Yeah, but last and certainly not least, Yanis, you're new here. Hello.
Hi there.
Amazing. Yanis, I asked this question to everyone off of the top of the last season, but what was your first job?
My first job. What was my first job? I delivered papers and flyers when I was like 13.
Did you have anyone that like used to get really angry about where you put the paper on their like doorstep and stuff? Because the paper boy in my neighborhood got razzed by my neighbors.
No, we had to put them in the mailbox. We couldn't do the fling from a bike malarkey that you see on television, which was very disappointing to me at 13 that I had to go up all the stairs and put them in mailboxes. But
I need you to know that at one point I had a paper route, and then I got there to do it, and all I had to deliver was phone books.
We did the phone book thing 1 year. It was a nightmare. They're so heavy.
So heavy biking around or walking
13-year-old kid with a massive cart lugging around like
just child labor. This is just child labor.
It was child labor. You know, and the thing is you get paid based on like 10 cents per house or something you deliver. So like it ends up working out to like $13 an hour or something ridiculous. Like
that's
it's
awful.
It is a Turnian City level ruse that they're pulling onto you.
This is an agency approved ruse.
I would say the worst thing that happened is my brother used to do it with me. Could we do it together and then split the cash? And he was 10. And we had to deliver flyers to this house once that had unbeknownst to us, a beehive underneath the wooden deck running up. And so my brother ran up because we were trying to be as quick as possible. He ran up. I pulled the wagon because it was full of heavy stuff. And then he would run up and put it in the mailbox. And he runs up, puts it in the mailbox, and he starts like dump all the way down the stairs. And the wasps come out of the nest and they start stinging him, but they get in his clothes and they can sting multiple times. So he's like rolling around on the ground trying to get his like clothes off. think they stung him like 23 times or 24 times across his body.
Don't work. Do
It
not
was-
work.
That was the last time he joined me for the paper route.
That is the last time he worked, and since then he's been ungovernable.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty
Um,
much.
Amazing. Thank you.
It was
Dennis.
his villain origin story for sure.
100%. We're very excited to have you here and meet your character this evening. As a caveat for everyone this evening, this game involves corporate horror and horror more generally. So please take care of yourselves if you need to. Our cast employs safety tools that we use consistently, and there's never any harm for you as a viewer stepping away from the screen if you need to. You'll also notice in this game that I don't play all the NPCs. Some of our players will be doing that, which is very, very exciting. So that being said, grab your D4s and anything triangular around you, and let's clock in for Equilateral. Roll the clip, Faye. Roll the clip.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. I don't have your your guys' audio in here. Yep, give me 2 seconds. It's good now.
Okay, audio is back now. Great. Welcome to the
Sorry.
first job of the rest of your life, everyone. It wouldn't be a Triangle Agency stream without the agency getting into our tech. So here we are. I am going to remind everyone to keep on top of your commendations and demerits. We go by the honor system here, which is conveniently attached to the demerits department. And based on my notes from the last series, I ended the series with 3 chaos. Because I spent a bunch at the end. And I'm going to give myself 3 extra to start with because corporate bureaucracy and capitalism aren't fair. And capitalism is the BBEG, and we love that here. So I have 6 chaos to start with. There is also something to note about two new parts in the handbook. This beautiful Triangle Agency handbook, which you all should have. It's your agency approved one. Didn't you get one sent to you? If you're wanting to do something that's not necessarily an ability, that isn't just you needing to make a check about something, you're going to ask the agency. So you can refer to page 40 and 41 in your field agent guide. But basically, if you want to do a reality alteration request where you want something to happen, all you need to do is ask. That's ask with a capital A. 4 stated conditions must be in place for this to occur. You must state the effect that you want to occur. You must identify the causality chain, which is the series of mundane effects that occur to cause the thing. You must name the professional quality you wish to use, and you have to successfully roll 1-3 for that to happen. And I still get chaos if you don't get trisentence. So also as well, we're going to incorporate something that everyone loves to do at their jobs, training, which is noted on H4 in your manual. But don't worry, I have all of this under control for you folks because this is actual play. If you use an ability and it's successful, you can mark the practice box, and you can note this on your abilities anomalies page. And once you go to the ability again, you can race to practice, and the group then asks the associated question, and we'll just address this as it comes up. A lot of the A lot of the new abilities are really incredible, and I really want to make sure that we get the opportunity to see them on stream. So my agents might not have to use something over and over again. I might just give it to them because that's the joy of a 3-episode miniseries, right? But if you're doing this in a long campaign at home, you can make your agents take as much time as they need to move up their associated tracks. Okay, so my wonderful, wonderful field agents. And while I encourage everyone out there to go watch the first arc of this series on YouTube, which is called The Right Angle, I will do a quick summary for those joining us tonight. Our agents last time were assembled for their first fieldwork mission by Supervisor Trina Leonard, who tasked them with tracking down a missing Chief Strategic Officer, Garrett Parker Roy, who had subsequently disappeared following a late-night strategy meeting in the C-suite executive boardroom. You followed the clues and tracked him down while defeating an anomaly in an elevator who just wanted to remind you that even though you go where you're supposed to, you can never leave. An anomaly then was controlling his personal assistant, Ashley Mainwaring, and then you learned about the missing anomalies in the vault, particularly one called Nobody, and then tracked Garrett to Vindication Park, where he had set up some sort of ritual to give him all total control over the agency. You returned to the agency to drop off Garrett at the vault, and through a series of encounters, you realized something big was afoot in the agency. The disappearance of Dunn's boss, Albrecht, the discovery of the Epiphany box that showed you what would happen if the agency had total control over you, and some interesting information about the head of reception, Geneva, and Project Exogenesis version alpha. And then, as you all began to return to your normal jobs, there was a colossal shaking, and the power went out. So, nothing too much happened, a pretty regular time at the agency. So we're going to jump right back in. We find ourselves amidst a cold winter here in Turnian City, 3 months after the events of the first series. The sprawling domain of shining metal and glass, buildings lining bustling streets with people of all sorts going about their day. Despite the fact that it is absolutely freezing outside, there is a thrum of activity as we move from street to street, finally settling in front of the agency, sitting at the very center of this thriving metropolis. Its design consists of impossible angles, defying what normal human eyes can understand or perceive, and they're so tall. These 3 buildings connected together with geometry and engineering that is beyond understanding, but we do our best, as outlined in the agency protocols. And it is here that we return. But the vibe inside is much different than our last visit. As we step through the agency doors, we would expect a carefully curated imagery, regulated and highlighted in bright white, red, and a deep purple. But we see dim lighting, primarily coming from emergency sconces. The pictures of smiling, purposeful, and productive people are now replaced with posters outlining emergency protocols. The escalator has been stopped, and so a constant lineup up the stairs seems to blend into the line for the coffee shop, which also blends into the line for one of the only 10 approved agency washrooms in the entire building. The power has been out for 3 months, with enormous generators barely able to keep up with the energy demands. Sectors have been shut down, and entire departments have been decommissioned with their staff laid off or taking an extended leave. Times have been hard, but our operating procedures dictate that we must move forward, that time is money, and all agency-approved progress is good progress. So I would love to check in with you about what you've been up to in the last 3 months. You haven't had another field assignment since and have barely seen Chief Strategic Officer Trina Leonard since your last interaction with her outside the vault when you dropped off her predecessor, Garrett Parker Roy. So our attention first turns to SoHCah. And could you tell us what SoHCah has been up to on kind of like her day-to-day in the last 3 months? What's she been doing?
Well, as a sentient spyware, the shortage of power has been a major upheaval in my life. But don't worry, I figured out how to siphon small amounts off to power my small television. I've been using this to share Princess Honeycake with my new friend Geneva.
Amazing.
However, we're not able to go through the back catalog because we don't have enough power, so I've just been writing the episodes out as transcripts that I remember and sharing those with Geneva.
That's
I have a
very
binder.
sweet. And every time you've invited Geneva to come participate with you and watch Princess Honeycake, she shows up. She makes time in her schedule as head of reception to come and sit with you. She started to try and eat boba as well, even though she's a being that doesn't necessarily need to eat. It was a complicated process at first, but she figured it out with some little tweaking from the R&D department. However, it's been about a week or so since you've seen Geneva, and your requests to have her come join you have been mostly unanswered. Previously, she sent you a quick message saying she was involved with a study with the R&D department, and she needed to spend some time defragmenting herself following the experience. And I know you have already, but for the folks at home, Geneva has been added to your relationships tracker, and you can allocate either 6 or 3 points depending on your level of
6.
6.
That's my best friend.
That's your best friend. Incredible. And can you remind everyone what your arc is for me, please?
I would love nothing more. So, SoHCah is a dream anomaly who presents as a sort of poorly rendered hologram. My reality is that I am a newborn in a Lilu multipass sort of way. I just fully manifested quite recently, about 3 months and 2 weeks ago.
Yes, that is correct.
And my competency is intern. I still don't know if I'm being paid, but they do keep giving me boba, so that's good enough.
That's something. So we actually find you here during a regular workday when you go to refill your boba cup at the boba water cooler that is right next to the regular water cooler. You had one installed. You kind of bypassed some firewalls and managed to order one. And you hear the click clack of heels behind you, not Geneva's heels, different. You know the sound of Geneva's heels by now. You turn around and you see Cynthia Tinder walking towards you, who is played by Faye. You know Cynthia is the office gossip, like maybe professionally as her job. You're not sure. You've never actually seen her do any work here, but you've always considered her a very near and dear friend to you, as she's always so interested in exactly what you do and all the things you know about people that would require getting behind security and firewalls. So, Cynthia, you know you want 2 things from SoHCah. You have a memo to give to her, and you want some dish from SoHCah about someone in the company. What is it?
I think that that there has been a little bit of a drama that's been going on with like these 3 different people.
Yeah.
And Jeremy has been claiming that he was at the agency on a certain evening for an amount of time, and his girlfriend Priscilla is like, I don't know about that, Jeremy. And so Cynthia is very interested in finding out if he was actually here.
Incredible. So I'll let you 2 kind of walk that scene together before you give SoHCah the memo.
The memo. Yes, great. So Cynthia walks up and is like, SoHCah, hi.
Hello, Cynthia. It is so wonderful to see you. Are you well?
I'm so great.
That's wonderful.
How's your little show going?
It's going really well. Princess Honeycake's best friend is a raccoon named Boba, and Boba is currently on a journey of exploration, learning more about himself in the world. Recently, he found the courage to cross the creek all by himself. It was pretty scary there for a while, but it's all right. We made it through.
Wow, that sounds really cool. And like that journey of like self-discovery and just like really wanting to like learn more about like the world and like the people in it and all that kind of stuff is really great. And I kind of had like a little question for you, kind of about that, if you think that you maybe could help.
Would you like to cross a creek?
No. But thank you. Maybe sometime. You can't really leave, huh? Anyway, so Jeremy, I think he's in the demerits department.
Right. Is
Yes.
Jeremy your friend?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wonderful.
Jeremy was actually thinking about going on a hike. But he and crossing a creek, kind of similar to Boba, right?
Yes. That's just like Boba.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he is trying to schedule out that timing. And so he actually wanted sort of like a list of all of the time that he's spending at the agency and has been over the last couple of weeks or so. Is that something that you would be able to print off for me so I could get that to him? And because I'm kind of helping him plan too. So, you know, like structuring all that
And
out.
I think So just kind of like stares into the middle distance and like kind of de-renders a bit. Like she gets a few extra eyes, a little more pixelated for a second, and then comes back and says, "Looks like Jeremy has not been very diligent about signing in and out as he attends work. That said, I have tracking on his personal device."
Great.
Would you like to know where he's been?
I would love that. That would be great. Thank you so.
And she goes like, "Well, it looks like Jeremy has been spending significant amounts of time at the office talking to you, maybe. It says, what is Tinder?"
Yeah, I think that because we've been planning the schedule. So can you like make a printout for me?
Of course.
Great.
And I just say,
You hear a printer trill off maybe half a floor over. Like it does go. It's not the one closest to you, but it is on the same floor.
She's
wonderful.
like, cool.
His full browser history. I hope that helps.
Thank you so much. So also, I have something for you. Also, you know, just kind of like a little exchange of information. Here, this is
a present?
Sort of.
Thank you. It might be my birthday. I don't know if or when I was born.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, when you figure that out, you should let me know because we could like totally throw a party about it. But
This is a memo.
Yeah, it's just like a little like work gift, you know? Anyway, I have to go. So, I'm gonna go get that stuff from the printer.
And she clacks away. You open the memo, So, and it's addressed to you in small, neat writing. And it says, "Please report to the C-suite executive boardroom at 1:15 for a short mandatory briefing and enjoyment session. Don't be late." Signed, Trina Leonard, CSO.
Goodness, I wonder if there will be blood.
Wonderful.
I just go there to wait outside the door until the appropriate time.
And as you're walking away, as Cynthia, you read this memo, and as Cynthia is walking away, and you see that peeking out from over her shoulder and gently making its way kind of around her neck is a thin purple snake. It's ringed black and gray, and as you clock it, it looks towards you as she's walking away, opens its mouth, and you feel ill. Like you feel like you've been infected with malware.
Oh. Cynthia, your friend. I'm okay. I'm gonna go.
It is 5 after 1.
Okay. To the C-suite.
And you make your way up to the C-suite. Okay. So we then move ourselves over to another wing of the agency, financials, which is a really interesting place to maybe find the most important janitor in the building. Tim, can you tell us what Dunn has been up to in the last 3 months, and what is he doing here? Like what had brought him up here?
Dunn is handing in his last bit of paperwork to get his raise approved, just like he was promised. He's been flipping the switches diligently. But he keeps double checking the order that he wrote down, just to make sure that it's right, because the power won't come back on, and he's definitely concerned that the catastrophe happened. The power's been out because he didn't flip the switches like that one time. But he's just cleaning up a little mess because there's like these plants in a certain office that they get messy every day. They get messy every day. So I gotta go out there. I gotta make sure they're clean.
Okay, amazing. And Tim, can you remind us what your arc is for everyone at home?
Yes. My anomaly is manifold. My reality is struggling. And my competency is Gravedigger.
Amazing. So after cleaning up this mess, we see time kind of fade away for you for a moment, and all of a sudden, the head of financials, Joss Knight,
I'm just sweeping the same spot over and
yes,
over again.
looks at you from across her desk. They're a short, kind of doe-eyed redhead with beautiful blue eyes and freckles, hair tied up in a high ponytail, wearing a dark green checkered dress, and you would notice white satin gloves that go all the way up, probably to mid arm here. Somehow, she's managed to keep most of her office with the same power, even though there has been a power outage, relying mostly on solar cells to keep things going.
Yeah.
Her plants are thriving.
Yeah.
The office is full of life. It smells amazing. And anyone with an eye close to the ground would notice that there is no longer a chain around her ankle to her desk.
Mm.
She looks up at you and she places an ogre card down on the desk,
Oh.
and she kind of looks up at you and she goes, I know you've been teaching me to play solo, but did I do it? Is that how I win? You've been teaching me for 3 months and I feel like I haven't got the hang of this game at
Yeah,
all.
no, that was a sick spread. That was really good. That was really good.
Okay.
We should we should we should get like maybe do a tournament or something.
A tournament? Like,
you
is that
could,
mean like you and I play against each other, or do we like play together?
Well, we could play on a team. There's like team tournaments. Yeah.
Do you think I'm good enough to play with you?
Yes, I think that absolutely you are.
Okay. All right. And as the you find the blush coming to your cheeks, you feel like a little something snake kind of across your face.
I just go like this.
And Michael, the creeping vine plant, has taken quite a shining to you.
Mm,
Too much, though, kind of like a bit of a clingy puppy.
okay.
But you see that this has been recent, probably since, in the last 2 weeks. He's changed color. He sits more purple.
Mm,
And you see some like darker colors of like a dark brown, kind of gray. And often what he does is when you're in the office, he either takes himself to curling around your arm,
mm.
or he will knot himself in Joss's hair, kind of like working his way
And he's
down.
able to touch me?
He is.
Whoa.
And no demerits for you for that.
Okay. Joss,
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about Michael.
Well, I mean, I've been watering him and he's got the nice like place in the office. He would get so angry at me if you didn't put him there.
Yeah, no, but like he does not look like the other plants. Like he's not green.
That is new. Hey,
Yeah.
I've been giving him his normal plant food, but they changed my supplier, and so I've only recently in the last like week or two been giving him the stuff that I had to buy from the agency store for a little bit. Maybe I should put in that special order again.
Yeah. Yeah, just cuz like I normally don't like touching
Yeah, I know.
yeah, and he seems to be fine with it, which makes me think maybe he's like I don't know, one of these, and he holds up an ogre card of the three-headed zombie.
Oh,
He goes, "Mhm." I don't want to say it because I don't want to freak him out.
best not to. I'll hear everything about it later, so probably best not to say anything. Okay. And you see her eyes kind of flip to the clock. I mean, I guess it's probably time for you to go flip the switches. Hey.
Yeah, I should probably go.
I also wanted to tell you I'm really appreciative and I'm proud of you for putting in all this paperwork, but I've been trying to get a hold of Albrecht, given all that data that SoHo in Geneva gave to me, but it
Yeah.
seems he's not returning any of my calls or faxes to get that signature. I'll keep trying because you deserve that raise.
Yeah, definitely. And do you think it'll be backdated for when we do get that?
I've put in the paperwork, so it will be.
Okay, cool. That's great.
Yeah.
Just great. Well, I'm gonna head back downstairs. Milady, and he goes to kiss her gloved hand.
Oh, that's really sweet. So she like lets you take it up and you kiss her hand and she smiles and
And he goes, I'm gonna go by the coffee shop. Do you want anything? I can have it sent up.
No, I'm okay actually. I was actually wondering before you go, Well, you know the holidays coming up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't have any family in town, and it's been a long time since I've like really left anywhere.
Do you wanna come over to my uncle's house?
Oh, I was gonna ask, but thank you for
Yeah,
saying so.
no,
Yes, I
yeah,
really
yeah,
would. I
yeah. We
really
do like
would.
a whole thing. It's like we call it junk food Christmas.
Junk food
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah. It's like 2 days before Christmas, like the day before Christmas Eve.
Okay.
And well, like yeah, it's like a good time.
Okay. Well, I make my mama's tiger butter is really good. It's like, can I
That's
bring that?
yeah, please. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. Well, okay. Why don't I walk you down?
Okay.
Start walking you part way.
Okay.
And as she walks around the desk, her phone rings. So she picks it up. Hello, this is Financials, Josh speaking. You see her face go kind of flat for a moment, and she starts looking around the room, like her eyes start moving all over the plants. Yeah, I can pass on that message. Thank you. She looks at the phone and kind of narrows her eyes before looking back at you and putting it down. You know what, Dunn? Let's walk and talk, sugar. I'll take you to the elevator.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Okay.
So as you walk out of the room, basically she locks the door and kind of walks towards the elevator, and she goes, I think they've bugged my office.
I mean, there are bugs in the dirt.
Yeah, but not that kind of bug, honey.
Oh.
They're listening.
Oh. Why?
I don't know. How else would they would have known you were in there?
What? What did they say?
Well, I mean, a page came through on my direct line for you. They could have just paged your pager.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. I mean, I am there pretty much the same time every day because there's
Yeah.
always like a little mess.
There's always a mess.
There's always just like a little mess.
I keep knocking that pot off my desk. I should probably put it in a different spot, hey?
I don't think you should. I should leave it right where it is.
Okay. Well, it was Ashley Mainwaring, Trina's personal assistant.
Yeah, of course I know who that is.
Yeah. I guess when Trina got promoted, Ashley came with the job. Just feels weird, but okay. She said that Trina has a meeting scheduled at 1:15 in the C-suite boardroom. They wanted you there.
Okay.
Can you be careful, please?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back to my office and do a big sweep. If they put something in there, Michael will know about it. Little creep knows everything.
All right.
Okay.
Just before I go, I'm sorry. Do you have like $5 I could borrow? Just because I left my wallet down in my locker, so I was just because I wanted to go get. I was maybe gonna get a coffee. So
yeah, there's like a little side pocket kind of on the top of her dress, and she picks it and she just pulls out $5 for you.
I'll get you back. Okay.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna put it, and he puts it in a little notebook. He writes down $5.
Okay, duh. And she goes. She lifts up her hand. She puts a kiss in the center of her glove, and she presses it to the side of your face.
Yes.
Okay, go.
Okay, yeah. He runs to the elevator.
Okay. Tim, if you have not already, you can add Joss Knight to your relationships tracker, and I'll let you allocate her as either 6 or 3. But remember, you can only have 3 people on your list at a time.
Oh, then I gotta bump the bus driver.
Okay.
Bus driver.
Sounds good.
Oh, my Uncle Josh is also 6. Is that okay?
Nope.
Oh. You're making me choose.
Wait, does that mean I have to choose between Princess Honeycake and Geneva?
Yes.
Oh, no. Wait.
It begins.
I want to go back. Okay, sorry, Uncle Josh.
So,
No. It just disintegrates.
as we see
Does that mean
Joss
you
walk
moved
off.
out? You're like, I don't really talk
Not
to
yet.
Uncle Josh anymore.
I don't feel so
Yeah,
good,
but
Dunn.
I'm working on it.
Dunn, as you walk towards janitorial, and then immediately take a turn because you know you have to go up to the C-suite executive. We move up 1 floor into the left, and we find a new site, a buzzing PR department. Ever since Garrett Parker Roy's stint in Vindication Park, the agency thought it would be potentially useful to restock the department with competent professionals. And we see someone sitting in a side office munching on a grilled cheese sandwich on homemade rosemary sourdough from Misty's 200-year-old starter with tomato soup, looking very organized and with a very, very busy calendar. Faye, can you tell us what Heather's been up to in the last 3 months or so?
it's been a very, very busy time at the agency for the PR department. I think that that Heather has been like working on spinning up like new people who have been brought onto the team and sort of like coordinating all of their assignments and all that kind of stuff. And really has been spending a lot of time like at the agency,
Mhm.
like far more so than she already was
Right.
previously.
Okay, so maybe something that's new, a change to your schedule, because I know
Mm.
when we last saw you, you were definitely determined to spend more time at home.
Yes.
Can you remind us of what your arc is as well?
So my arc is my anomaly is catalog. My reality is overbooked. And my competency is PR.
Amazing.
So yeah, so that was something that I think that she actually has been spending more time at home. I think that she has, while she is still working her other job, she has pulled back a lot on that, like her real life job.
Yes, as an event coordinator.
Yes.
And so at that moment, you feel your phone buzzing, one of like 4 phones that you carry on your person. And it's not your agency phone and it's not your event coordinator job phone. And because thank God it's not Tiffany or Spencer phoning in with some inane request from a client or from Spencer just phoning truly in something for himself. It's actually your wife, Misty Thompson Olivier, who is played by Anne. And Anne, you've, as Misty, you've got something really important to tell Heather in this phone call.
Hey.
Yeah, I pick up the phone and I'm like, oh, hello, my love.
Hey, babe. What you up to?
So much paperwork. We've got some new campaigns rolling out pretty soon. What's up? How is something wrong?
Can't I just call to say hello? But
I mean, of
No,
course
you're
you
right, that-
can, but
so there's something arrived at the door. Like a parcel, but it looks weird. Like it's like got all these stickers on it. It's like expedited, and I was just worried because it's like if it's for that big event or something. Like I thought I know there was something with the florist, and I was like,
yeah.
what if it's flowers or something?
Oh, for
And
sure.
like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to open it, so like, what do you want me to do?
Heather's like Missy would hear over the phone just like a lot of typing, just like tick, 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 tick. And she would say, okay, yes, I know exactly what this is. This is some invitations for an event that all of the previous invitations got sent out improperly. It's a
Okay, awesome.
Which would actually make sense to you, Misty, except the box is agency red.
Hey, babe, I'm not to. Are you doing contract work for the agency? Like, obviously, I would not tell, but like, I'm a little worried. I know they got you working overtime. Like, are you moonlighting at your own job?
our above table.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to talk about the agency? Like,
No.
Okay.
Like she
Okay.
knows you work for the agency, but that's
Yes.
about it. She knows you work in PR. That's basically about it. And it would
Great.
be so wild that they would send you something from the agency to your house unless that was very on purpose.
Okay. So,
You're assuming that the package should probably be opened if it's got an expedited on it.
100%, 100%. Yes. So kind of ignoring the question, Heather, you hear her kind of muttering to herself, and it seems like she's typing more, and then she's like, Misty, darling, can you actually open that box for me?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm just looking for the, and you just hear the sound of like drawers clashing. Yeah, I moved all the scissors. I'm working on a macrame project. I think you'll really like it.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
so
hold
excited.
on.
Also, this sandwich today, babe. And she's like chewing. She's like, it's so good.
I added a little Gouda. I think it's really like brings out the rosemary.
God, you're so
Okay.
incredible. I love you so much. Please be
I
really
love you so-
careful opening that box.
Okay, don't worry. I won't cut myself. And you just hear
Mhm.
shoo, crunk of the packing tape being sliced open.
Okay. Inside the box, you open it up, and Misty, you see a bunch of files and file folders marked confidential. You see the names Dr. Jonathan Brasco. You see Tony Galuto, and you see weapon written on the envelopes.
Babe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bunch of files.
Great.
Very confidential, whatever. A lot of things about weapons here.
And as you move the file around carefully, you find a note inside. And the
there's
note,
a note, and it says,
meeting today, 1:15. It's currently about 3 minutes after 1. Come with this memorized. C-suite executive boardroom. And it's signed Trina Leonard.
I hate Trina. What a bitch.
so do they just like want you to memorize this note? Because that's pretty easy.
No, I can you meet me at the coffee shop on Main and 3rd in about 4 minutes? And I'm going to come and grab those from you, and then I'm gonna run back to work.
Okay, I'll have to tie off my macrame, but
Yes,
yeah,
I know, babe. I'm so sorry to interrupt your project, and I will like help you with that later when I get home. But this is like really, really important.
For sure. Okay. I'll do that. Do you want me to bring the scissors? No, wait, you don't need those. Okay, yeah, sure.
Great, thank you so much.
And you end the call. And Heather, you look at your schedule now because this is a new meeting. You didn't know about it because it
Mhm.
came in the box. And you see, like on the side of your calendar, there's often kind of like an agency approved virtual bulletin board, that kind of like stuff around the city that, you know, you might have those kind of like agency access passes or stuff like the big organization I have is like you get 15% off at this gym, you get like a free smoothie over here. And you see that at the Turnian City Museum Circle, there is a new snake exhibit that is up there, and it's 75% off entry for all agency employees and their entire families.
Okay.
So
Kind of
we
took a
see
little bit
you
of that.
run to meet Misty at the coffee
Oh,
shop, and then
she's
start,
booking it. She's
and then you
in
make your way,
heels, like eating her
she's
sandwich
running
still.
with,
Yeah.
like computer screen. Yeah, and she's running, and you make
She's
your way up to the
still
C-suite
on the
executive.
phone, being like, "Okay, cool," with like some other people, being like, "Great,
Yes.
sorry for putting you on hold."
Amazing. So we then move from PR to an entirely relocated branch of the agency. We've moved out of the basement, and now we hear the busy ringing of telephones. The hotline department has gotten much, much busier since the power outage, now fielding questions from across all of Turnian City about the strange surges and disruptions to all sorts of connections: internet, power, cable. Everything seems to be on the fritz, spreading out from the center where the agency sits in the middle of Turnian City. Cody, what has Indigo been up to in the last few months?
If it's much busier from the power outage, probably losing their goddamn mind. You'd probably see just an awful like paper strewn everywhere of makeshift calendars. None of them make sense. There's meetings on the 32nd of January. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. There's orders to dispatch out to, yes, someone will come look at your heater. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not good.
It's not good. And can you remind us what your arc is, please?
Yes, my anomaly is whisper, my reality is romantic, and my competency is hotline.
Amazing. So you're just in your kind of cubicle. Everybody here still has cubicles. You're not the head of your department by far. That's Danica O'Neill, your supervisor. You've just hung up a call, and you hear a soft knocking on the fabric partition. And you look up and you see Jonathan, who is played by Tim. Indigo, in all of the years that you've worked alongside him, he's never come to you for anything other than that one passing glance 3 months ago. That's it. Jonathan, why have you come to talk to Indigo?
Yeah, hey. I like your coat. It's nice.
Uh, uh, thanks, Jonathan. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I was just
How can I
having
help you today? Sorry,
I was
really
just
busy.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
just having some trouble with my phone in my office.
Yeah, everybody's
The
having
line just
trouble, Jonathan.
it's
Is if
just
you haven't noticed, the whole place is going to shit.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I just didn't know
um,
who to call, so I figured I'd just
yeah,
come up here and ask you
that would be me. As soon as you
face to
pick up the
face.
phone, it automatically comes here. They
Yeah,
all
okay.
automatically go here.
I
Uh,
mean, I can come back another time if
uh,
you
no, I can
I know you
absolutely get
got a
this
lot on your
fixed.
plate. I
No,
don't
no,
want to.
I could absolutely fix this right now. I'll call our text and I'll have someone come to you straight away, Jonathan. It was just the phone line. We didn't need
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
else
yeah,
I could
yeah.
help you with today. Okay,
No.
okay, wonderful.
As Jonathan, you stand there watching Indigo, the phone trills so loudly from your cubicle, Indigo.
Something else, another problem. Um, like I
Somebody's
said,
able
I
to get
gotta.
through, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're all able to get through.
Is
I
it
was just gonna.
normally that loud?
Yes,
Wow.
and
And it
just hold
rings
on one
again
second.
quieter.
Huh.
I'm just gonna pick. I'm just gonna take this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Indigo, Briar, how can I help you?
Hi, Indigo. Don't make any quick or sudden movements. You can just pretend I'm Jarlene.
Charlene, how are you? It's
I
been a
thought
while since
I'd
you've called.
I thought I would check in on how the weapon is coming along. Is she aware of what she can do yet?
Yeah, no, it's coming along great.
Good.
There haven't been any issues or delays. Pretty sure they're aware of their warranty and what that entitles them to.
Wonderful. Get her ready, and when you're ready to destroy the vault and by proxy the entire agency, you can activate her passphrase. I've hidden it somewhere that you'll know where to look, and you'll know when the time is right.
Wonderful. Well, I'm so glad that they were able to help you. If you don't mind staying on the line after this, you've actually been randomly selected for a survey, believe it or not. And if you just mind mentioning Indigo in the email, I actually get a small little commendation for that. So if you please,
Well,
be
the next
wonderful.
call that's going to come in on your phone is going to be from Trina, and don't say anything about me, okay? She hasn't figured it out yet. Don't let her catch on. And the line goes dead.
Yeah, no, you have a great one as well. Thanks. Another
There.
satisfied customer. So
Do you want? Is there a paper survey I can do?
you know what? They're usually surprisingly not a huge paper trail in this department. It's mostly word of mouth. So I'll have someone sent to your office. Thanks, Jonathan.
All right. Yeah, I'll see you later.
See ya.
Later.
And the phone rings again in front of you as Jonathan turns to leave.
Indigo Briar at the agency. How can I help you today?
Indigo, hi. I just tried to call Danica, but it looks like she's been pulled away into a meeting. You know what? I'm putting up together a little meeting in the C-suite boardroom. Can you come join us, please?
Trina, absolutely. So wonderful to hear your voice. Is that all you needed today? Just joining for the meeting?
Yeah. And it's at 1:15. So you better get a move on, right?
1:15. Yeah, that's absolutely doable. And I know exactly where to go. I will
You
see
sure
you
do.
there.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
And she hangs up.
I
So
believe.
you all begin to make your way up to the C-suite executive, tentatively taking the elevators or the stairs, knowing that both are prone to malfunction lately, going to wrong floors or departments, not responding to agency passes, disappearing a few agents, but that's all pretty standard within a power outage, of course. But there's actually one of you already in the C-suite. But we're going to back up a little bit. We're going to rewind to earlier this morning, where we find you at Credenza's laundromat, located about 6 blocks away from the agency, where you are to report for your first day at work. Yanis, can you describe your character for me? And can you tell me who we see here doing their laundry?
Yeah, you see a tall, sort of skinny, lithe man with very big hands, long fingers, wearing a sort of a what do you call it when it's a suit without a suit jacket? Basically, just a dress shirt with a vest and
Just a
some
vest.
dress pants. Um, he's got a tie on, but it's kind of loose. It's not tightened all the way to the top, and he is busy laundering the exact same, like 6 of the exact same outfits. And yeah, he's got like he's trying to break $100 bill at the at the change machine, and it's not wanting to accept it because it doesn't have enough change. So he's kind of currently fighting with that.
Okay. And can you tell us what your arc is?
Yeah. My anomaly is gun, my reality is pursued, and my competency is clown.
Wonderful. So, Clover, you are trying to get change out of this machine, and it's just not giving it to you because it's $100 bill, and it literally says right on the machine 20s or lower. So you turn around to go to the desk where you see Mrs. Credenza. And she is an older Italian woman, and she has been running this laundromat for forever and a day. She doesn't talk very much. She mostly just kind of smiles and nods and takes your money. And as you make this exchange, you return it, and you see a security camera over her shoulder. It looks to be a closed CCTV camera meant for keeping an eye on the cash register for when the laundromat is closed. But that's definitely something that you clock more recently these days. And so you drop your laundry off, get that all started, and knowing Miss Credenza will finish it up for you. And as you turn to leave, you see Samantha Tipping walk in, who is played by Cody. The second Samantha sees you, Clover, she lights up immediately, but there's no Timmy with her today. So I'll let you two take that away.
Oh, morning.
Hello, Clover. So nice to see you.
Doing your laundry?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. It's a laundromat.
doing,
Yeah.
doing my laundry again today.
Yeah.
Same time every week. Always lovely to see you here. You doing yours as well? The same.
Well, starting it, leaving. I got a job today. Actually, first day.
Oh,
Yeah, kind of exciting.
Congratulations. What are you doing?
You know, stuff with the magic. Yeah, card tricks. Yeah, mainly card tricks. I think corporate stuff. I'm not quite sure.
Someone has finally noticed your wonderful talent. I'm so glad you're finally being recognized.
Oh, thank you. What are you gonna be here again same time next week?
Same time every
Same
week.
time?
It's
Yeah.
the-
Oh, yeah.
it's
That's
the only
right.
time
Yeah.
I can find the actual time to do the laundry.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, absolutely.
Do you go
be
like
ready.
other places sometimes? Like other times?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, go to work and go home, and then of course, little Timmy, take him to school.
Yeah.
Pick him up at the end. I go place. I
You
don't
go
live a very
places.
exciting life, but it's humble.
Go
It's
places,
nice.
yeah. Maybe we could find other places we could bump into each other at or like plan to be at together or something like that.
Sure. You know what? I think I have some time this weekend. How about we plan to be at dinner?
Dinner works for me. Yeah.
Sure.
Little problem. I don't own a phone, so like you want
okay.
me here?
That's fine. We'll just meet here.
Okay, yeah, we'll meet here maybe Saturday night, 7:30.
Sure.
Sure.
7:30.
All right. Awesome.
Seems
Great.
wonderful. I'll meet you here at the laundromat for
At the laundromat. Yeah. I mean, we won't stay here. I'm not asking you to do laundry Saturday night. Maybe like go do something else, eat
No.
food or something.
Yeah. No, we'll go to dinner. We'll be wearing clean clothes.
Yeah. Are you, these I only own these clothes, so like you can get very much the same as what you see me in now. So but yeah,
I don't mind. I like what I see.
oh thank you, ma'am. I'll let you do your laundry. And wish me luck.
Good luck.
All right. See you Saturday. See you Saturday.
See you Saturday.
Saturday night. Yeah, 8
Yeah.
8 here.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
7:30. Okay.
7:30. Yes, bye. And then he runs out.
You do have to run because you're set to start at 1, and it's getting pretty close too. So you know that you're to report to the C-suite executive boardroom right away for your briefing. And as you walk in, you see the state of the agency that I described before. You walk past some approved potted plants in the lobby, likely fake. And as you pass back your last one on the stairs, which conveniently now has no line, considering it's kind of that just past lunch, so everyone has already made it to the places that they need to go. You notice that a pattern has been hastily painted on the wall. It almost looks like a child did it, but why they would ever let a child into the agency, you're not sure. It's a long kind of like wavy line that seems to be alternating between black and gray and purple. And as you kind of start to notice this, you hear behind you, I was just on my way to find you. Welcome to the agency, Clover. And you see behind you a very put together, not in any way self-conscious, a woman in a white linen shirt, really crisp navy blue trousers. She's wearing like agency approved black heels with a short blonde bob that really complements her face. And I'm Trina Leonard, the CSO. It's so nice to have you here. Certainly in need of someone who can lighten the mood. Hey.
Yeah, lovely to meet you. I'm not quite like I kind of understand what's going on, but also not 100% sure.
You know, it's your first day. Nobody's going to expect you to know everything. Okay, well, let's get up to the suite and I can brief you a little bit about the job.
All right, perfect. I love that. All right.
Okay, so you start to navigate your way up, easily navigated through by Trina. You see that everyone in the office says hello to her, but she doesn't reply. She smiles only to some and kind of a tip of her head to others to acknowledge. Some she doesn't even acknowledge at all. She waves her pass over the keypad in an elevator that's marked executives only as it begins to travel up. Some standard music plays in the background. The only sound on this long trip is what you assume to be one of the top floors. As you approach the top floor, the door opens and you see she takes you over to one of the largest boardroom offices. This place holds a ton of beauty. It's impossibly clean, well manicured and maintained. It's very like minimalist office chic. It looks like it might as well have been cut out of a catalog. She leads you into this big room and she closes the door behind you. On the table, you see 5 brown leather briefcases that all look identical. And you see what look to be like toy laser guns on top of them. That's what they look like at the least. And you have no idea what each of these are for.
Is this my office? I mean, I didn't expect to get an office, but I mean, I'm not complaining. It's quite nice.
Oh, they did tell me you were funny. That's so good. Wow, you're going to fit right in. So you likely have a ton of questions. And frankly, I'm so sorry, but I don't have the time, nor is it in my job description to orient you. I'm basically going to give you a very, very quick rundown, and then I'm just going to kind of throw you in and see what happens. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, but yeah, sure. I mean, am I entertaining small groups or like larger groups, or do you want like walk around stuff or at a table?
We had a recent meeting and the executive thought that morale in the office is pretty low right now. And we kind of need someone to be able to brighten the mood a little bit.
Right,
Everyone's
yeah.
a little bit on edge and really not seeming to understand that we absolutely have everything under control. There's a team of 4 that are coming in that I need to do a little job for me. They've worked together before and with one other agency, one other agent who is currently working as a barista, and you know how busy the coffee shops get.
Yeah.
Everyone needs their caffeine fix.
For sure.
So it's your job to keep an eye on them.
All right.
If you understand my meaning.
Yeah, I mean, generally I do like a 45-minute set, and then I kind of start to run out of material if it's the same group.
Right.
So I'm better if I'm moving from like small group to small group, but I mean,
you'll be moving, yes. And if their morale starts to fall, or if they start to do something silly like question their purpose or job descriptions, or you start hearing them start to talk about raises or rebellion or opening the vault, then I want you to let me know. Okay? And you can come directly to me.
Now you say there's a vault.
Yeah,
Mm,
Downstairs.
all right. And what is in the vault?
You know what? That's definitely for your second week, okay?
All right.
I am going to give you a work cell phone so I don't.
Fantastic. All right. Perfect. Can I use this for personal use?
No.
Like maybe like one person or
No.
no? All right. Shit. Fuck. Okay.
But it does have my direct number in it. So if you
amazing.
If you need to contact me for any reason, but don't give that number out.
All right. Do you like go other places than here?
You mean like home?
Yeah, or like restaurants or like, laundromats.
I eat. Yes.
All right. Yeah,
And
great.
my assistant does my laundry for me.
Oh, that's pretty nice. Two questions. One, do you think she mind doing mine? And then second question, like maybe we could like run into each other at like a restaurant or something at some point, maybe. Possibly, I don't know.
Clover,
Be nice, maybe.
It's your first day here, so I'm
Yeah.
going to be kinder than I normally am to most
All
people,
right.
which is pretty kind.
I get that vibe for sure.
I eat at restaurants that your paycheck wouldn't support.
All right. Well, I mean, I was going to offer to go Dutch, but if you want to pay for it all, I mean, that works for me too.
Let's just see how you do on this first mission.
All
And
right. Perfect.
as for my assistant, that's my assistant. Please don't ask her to do anything for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. And like
Great.
week 2, I get my assistant, or is that like week 3?
This job is so interesting and comes with so many different requirements.
Yeah.
Let's just get you through your first mission as a field agent, and then we'll
All right.
go from there.
Amazing.
But again, are we understood?
Yeah. Keep an eye on them. Keep up morale. Call you if there's any problems.
Great.
There's a
Because
vault. Yeah.
I, as M, am going to spend 3 chaos here to prompt your reality trigger. And
Okay.
Trina looks at you and she says, because I ran into a really interesting person who was hired for our executive health and wellness retreat.
Oh, yeah.
Fast Fingers Frank, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was actually the one who recommended you, and he seemed really eager for you to get a
Yeah.
job here in Turnian City at the agency. And he mentioned during our conversation at the cocktail hour that you were desperately in need of a job and you needed to get out of town.
Yeah.
What's that about, hey?
Yeah, fast fingers, fast mouth. Yeah, that's my phrase.
You can't trust anyone with anything these days, can you?
Sure can't. Well,
Great.
yeah. I mean, I understood.
Good. So don't fuck it up, okay?
All right, no problem.
Good. So at that moment, the rest of you find yourself at the C-suite lobby, just down the hall from the boardrooms, and the doors are locked via keycard access card. So it's like 1:12. You've got 3 minutes to get in there, and the door is locked in front of you. How would you like to get down there?
Does this go for any of us, or like?
Yeah. And the 4 of you are reunited. You see each other in the hallway, and the first thing you have to do is get through a door.
I know a shortcut.
Yes.
Our first ability use of the evening. Tim, as Dunn, would you like to tell me how to use I Know a Shortcut?
Yes. So I know a shortcut, and my directions are always correct, no matter how impossible or for yourself. The shortcut disappears once it's been used. So he goes to the supply closet that's next to the door, and it's right through here. And then I think I have to roll initiative, I believe.
Not that.
No.
And not that kind of initiative, a different kind of initiative.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
hold on.
I go. It's just like it's through here. It's a tight squeeze. as I open the door. Okay, so I have 4 in initiative. So that's, I can add those after if I need to.
Yes, you can roll the standard 64, and you have up to 4 quality assurances to
boy.
spend.
Okay, I rolled 1 3.
And that is a success. And I will get 5 chaos from that.
Maybe I should spend. I'm gonna spend.
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure it's fine. You can have 5 chaos.
Fantastic. So I was down.
We
3
made this
from
mistake
before,
last time,
and
remember,
I'm up
team?
to 8.
Fine.
I
It's
do
fine.
remember. I'm pretty sure
It wasn't
that M got
fine.
up to like 36.
No.
It's fine.
We
I live for
did
chaos.
27.
We didn't
and
let, because if we let M get to 30, that's when one of us can be killed. So,
yes, right.
I don't
It was
remember
an
anything
NPC
bad
that we
happening.
got up to.
I'm sure it's fine.
that-
I'm sure it's
that
fine.
could just be murdered.
It's right through here.
Neat.
oh,
And I
it.
roll like a yellow cart out of the way, and there's like a vent that I pull off. We just gotta go. It's just we gotta go through here.
Amazing.
Heather's
Go
gonna
ahead.
the whole entire time that this has been happening has been flipping through every single one of these folders that she got from her wife, and has been like cool, and like basically absorbing all of the information that's in there.
Yeah.
And is
so for you
continuing to read as we walk through the little like she's like, thank you, Dunn, and just kind of
So the reality for you right now is that the time you've had to memorize this thing and the time that you would need to memorize this thing are not equivalent.
That's correct.
So I'm wondering if you could potentially use Ask the Agency to allow you.
Is
do
that so? Do I need to have a specific ability for that, or
No, this
Okay.
is you just say what you want the agency to be able to let you do. Tell me the
Great.
causality chain of how it gets there, name the skill, and roll at least 1 3.
What does causality chain mean?
What are the series of mundane events that allow you to get to the thing that you want?
Great. Okay. So yes, I'm going to ask the agency. Can you ask the agency for things when you're not actually in the building?
Yeah.
Great. So I think that she would have put in the request as she was leaving, so it would get processed in the time that she that it took
Amazing.
her to get to the files, and would have received them from Misty. Would have given her a little kiss, been like, "You're incredible," and then would have taken the files and basically timed it out. So let's see, it was 103, 4, 7. So 10 minutes. Great. So she has been basically spending 3 minutes and 20 seconds on every single file.
Amazing.
And going great and flipping through and going da 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 da. She has the 3. And she will theoretically, as long as the agency allows it, be finished by the time the clock rolls over to 1:15.
Great. And you'll have all of that information downloaded into your brain. Okay. What skill would you like to use for that? I would probably accept either attentiveness, probably showing attention to detail would probably fit that really, really well. But I would also accept professionalism.
Let's do attentiveness because I've got more quality assurances in that guy than I do in professionalism. So I'll roll attentiveness.
Using your agency approved dice.
Using my agency approved dice. Wow. Are they so pretty? It's actually really nice to have the 3s outlined because I just know if it was a success or not. Okay.
Also, thank you so much for everyone coming in for the raids. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Woof. So that is 1 3.
Okay.
And if I have
You
them
can
currently,
spend.
will they go away and I will no longer have those 2?
Say that one more time.
They will go away, and so I
They
don't
will
have
go
them.
away until you return a normal briefcase to the vault.
Gotcha. Okay, so I will spend 2 to make it a stable success.
Fantastic. Okay, so yeah, you do it exactly, and you have all of that information downloaded into your brain in the right amount of time, which is very, very impressive. But you are an impressive person, so this is unsurprising for you. So, Dunn lets you all through, and you finally make your way in, and you see Trina sitting at the head of the table, and you see Clover. You see this new person, though you don't know his name as of yet. And she looks at all of you and goes, "Wow, it's so nice to see you all back together. I knew I would be getting you all back together for some reason. Dunn, So, Indigo, Heather, how have the last few months been treating you?"
Excellent, Trina. How have they been treating you?
Just great. You know, it's been a hard time at the agency, but we're all really doing our best. And that's what's important, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Princess Honeycake says it's important to always do your best.
Oh, I haven't seen that episode. Perhaps I'll.
You
catch it
watch Princess
sometime.
Honeycake?
I've only seen glimpses of it in the lobby, walking past to do actual work.
That's wonderful. I didn't know I was speaking with a fellow fan.
Sure. In any case, I thought I would say congratulations because you've all been approved for another exciting field agent mission. And this time you'll be
Mm.
joined by a new agent who's here on his first day. This is Clover. Clover, this is the group.
Afternoon,
Tina,
y'all.
Has
Hi.
Clover been properly
Over.
briefed on standards?
He knows his job description and knows exactly what he needs to be doing here.
Can I? Is that do I know that? Can I tell that like Clover's obviously confused about what's going on?
I would say, what type of skill would you like to use to ascertain that?
Let's see. Let's like empathy. Or I don't remember
Yeah.
what all of the things are.
I'll say that empathy would be relating to other people, expressing concern, finding weaknesses, or connecting.
Mm.
So yeah, I would say empathy.
Great. Yeah. Incredible. So I will use. Oh my goodness. Okay. That is 2 3s.
Okay. Are you spending any quality assurances there? Or are you going to
Well-
give me that juicy for chaos?
Yeah.
I only have one, and I don't want to roll with burnout. If that's a, oh god.
So it sounds like I'm taking that for chaos, hey?
Yeah. God, this is so. Do you think I should? Do you guys think I should?
No, keep it. Keep it. Don't,
Okay.
you don't need
It's
the burnout.
fine.
Hate
This
the
is not.
chaos.
This is not super important. It's fine. 4. It's fine.
It's
That's
fine.
fine.
It's wonderful.
It's fine. It doesn't add up.
Not at all.
It doesn't have a
So
list.
fast.
No.
Italic.
So, as you know, we've been dealing with some power outages and some instability for the last 3 months, but I'm really proud to say that we've got it handled and completely under control. I've been informed by R&D that the power is going to be fully restored back in the next couple days after a lot of trial and error and hard work on their part. They're just doing a really good job, and we're all very, very proud of them. So I thought I would give you some updates about your next mission. Garrett has successfully been through a round of rest and recuperation in the vault, and I'm really proud to say that he'll be able to get right back on the job. Granted, it will be in a position that doesn't provide him any stress at all. So I will be staying on it as Chief Strategic Officer permanently. Isn't that great?
That's super cool.
Thank you, Dunn. That's really kind of you.
Yeah.
Well, so the problem is that the vault has been affected so much by the power outage that we're not actually able to divert enough power to it to get him back on the job. I've been assured that he's ready to go, but we just got to open that door. So I would love for the 5 of you to see if you can get to the bottom of where the block in the power diversion is. It's likely that someone just isn't doing their job properly, and I'd really love to find that so we can offer them all the assistance that they need to maintain our high standards of excellence here on the job. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Makes sense. Yep.
Does anyone have any questions so far?
What is your favorite episode of Princess Honeycake?
I meant relevant questions, So.
Was
Oh.
there anything that I would think that would be remotely relevant to that was in that file, those files to this situation?
Not as of yet. Like,
Okay.
you would know that most of the communication between Dr. Brasco and Tony Galuto was focused on what they were calling the weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And they referred to it as the code name that they had given it, Project Exogenesis version.
Quick, above table, Tony
Yeah.
Galuto, was that the guy we met last time?
Yes, he was the one who showed you at the Epiphany box.
He was like the
Yeah.
tech guy down in the vault.
He's the head of R&D. Yeah.
Okay.
I
great.
trust him unequivocally. He let me write on a whiteboard.
He let you write on his whiteboard,
Which is like a special
pretty
whiteboard.
impressive.
No one's
It's
ever
a
let me write on a
very
whiteboard
special
before.
whiteboard. Yes.
Trina, just like I'm just spitballing a little bit. Maybe Albrecht Dunst might have some insight. So maybe if you know where he is, we could get to him, and maybe he might have some insight into where the like blockage, because he knows this place inside out.
Trust me, Dunn, we have been doing everything in our power to track down Albric, but goodness, he is hard to find. So if you hear anything,
don't-
you would welcome to let me know and I can take it from there.
Cool. You don't know where he is, like.
We've been looking.
And like, so if we don't find him and he's maybe, if like declared dead, sort of who takes on his signing authority, do you think?
Well, that would be an internal review to see who is the best suited for the job. And then there would be
Okay.
competency training and a
Yeah.
lot of assessment. So the process to hire a replacement would
Okay.
probably take around 6 to 8 months.
Okay, yeah, great. No, that's great. It's just what I wanted to know.
Great. Well, I'm glad I can answer those questions for you. So, Tony from R&D has also let me know that he's lost contact with a few of his scientists who work deep in the vault. Definitely not your primary concern. And I'm not really sure who was in there at that time. That's definitely not part of my portfolio or what their jobs were. So maybe you could start by popping to HR and checking it out. And they might have some idea if you can find those people about what's going on with the power supply. You see the dots that I'm trying to connect here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, good.
Mm-hmm.
Understood? Okay.
Hmm.
So, with the power cycling that are happening with the generators, we're also worrying that some of the smaller, more non harmful anomalies may have used this as an opportunity to peek their way under the door or find some other cracks in the system that we haven't yet found, those opportunistic little bastards. So if you find any on the way, we would love you to retrieve them for study so we can just safely return them to where we belong and just figure out just how they got out. So got some briefcases and some ripple guns here for you. And Heather, I'm sure you read those briefings I sent over to you, right?
I did, of course, Trina. I've got all of those locked and loaded right here.
Wonderful. That correspondence between Galuto and Brasco likely has some clues in it. And I'm
Mhm.
really not sure how all that science stuff works. I do my center in business. So
Mhm.
I just don't simply have the time or the understanding to go through it. And now
Of
that you have a
course,
full
not everyone can have the understanding that's needed to understand that, but
that's why you have your job and I have mine.
Mhm.
So now that you have a full department, we're hoping to avoid the PR nightmare that was the vault breach last time. So
Mm.
do what you need to do to
Of
make sure that
course.
the agency stays in good standing.
Yes, I mean with a team to properly actually handle such a situation that was so mismanaged from leadership before, I think that we will be able to handle it going forward. I have full confidence in my team.
Well, considering you were the only PR person, wouldn't that be under your leadership?
Yes, but I can only if I only have some duct tape and a couple of sticks, I can maybe build a boat. But you know how all that works. Anyway,
Well, make sure this boat doesn't sink, okay?
Oh, never.
So do y'all like card tricks or
Yeah, actually, I love card tricks.
This
Do you
seems like a thing that we
do you
can
do card
talk about
tricks?
walking and talking.
I do card tricks.
Okay.
What is a card trick?
Okay.
Oh man, I'm gonna have a good time.
Trina sees that as her key to leave. And she
Great.
goes, as she's walking out the door, the likely good first stop is HR. As I said, you're going to need to figure out who's in the vault, our theory that it's been corrupted, preventing the door from being opened, just to make sure you all understand. You remember how to use these normal briefcases, ripple guns correctly.
Mhm.
Obviously, retrieval is ideal. And, if there are other lives at risk, you can fire on it. I suppose a ripple gun is fine. But you also might find Clover helpful in that regard. But I'll let him go into that further. Is there anything else that you think you need from me to make sure you have your way to navigate around the agency?
It's fine. It's
Great. Wonderful. Clover, also this for you. And
Yeah.
Trina passes you her access pass.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
Make sure that comes back to me.
And then he takes it and then he goes and it disappears.
Oh, that's so
Where
fun.
did it go?
Oh, yeah.
dude.
It's back. Yeah.
Wow.
Clapping.
It's gone. Shit. Where did I put it?
Well, as long as it isn't totally disappeared, I'll expect that in my office. By
All
the
right.
end of the
Perfect.
day.
Yeah. So I'll see you at the end of the day.
You can just leave it on my desk or with my assistant.
You won't be there.
I have work to do, Clover. Have a
You
great
don't
day, everyone.
You don't
And
work
she
in your
leaves.
office? Okay,
She's
cool. I'll
gone.
call
Have a
you.
great
I'll call
day,
you.
Trina.
I'll call you, Trina.
Bye, Trina. Hey, Clover, can you do that? The good trick where you pull coins from behind people's ears?
I don't do coins.
That's a shame.
Why don't you do coins?
Coins are a poor man's magic.
Well, I think it's pretty cool just pulling coins out of thin air.
Wouldn't that be a
Actually,
rich
so I
man's
can-
magic, as they have like
Yeah, great point,
value?
Indigo.
I think
Do you
that
do
this
magic?
is a really wonderful
Do you do magic,
conversation.
Indigo?
Oh, great. Okay, awesome.
Do you do magic, Indigo?
I don't. I'm a big fan. I've gone to where they do magic. I watch. I don't
Yeah.
have the
All right, well,
dexterity. I can't do the cards
Cards
thing.
are way harder.
Yeah.
Coin is one thing you got to keep track of. You got to keep track of 52 cards at all times.
Yeah, but it's. I think the more impressive thing is that every time you do it, you're making more money in the world. So
Oh, you won't make money.
yes.
Well,
What
cards
if
is the
you
way
had-
to do that.
What if you had 53 coins?
Do you know where
That's a
there's
good point.
53 coins I can have?
In
You-
the world?
Dunn, do you need money?
Do you, I mean I don't I don't need it, but if you have some extra money,
Can you break 100?
later, yes. So if you give it to me now, tomorrow I'll come back with change. I just need like $5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll give it to you now. I'll come back with 95 tomorrow.
Oh, perfect.
All right, perfect. Yeah, here you go.
Right. Okay, thank you so much.
Heather's
All right,
gonna take her
amazing.
files and like she's gonna like very aggressively like shuffle them on the desk, be like dun dun dun, and like kind of smack them down and be like, this is really wonderful and I'm glad that the team is bonding. But we have some work to get done. Clover, do you know what either of these things are? And she kind of points at the briefcase and the ripple gun.
Yeah, one's a briefcase.
Mm.
Yeah, and the other one looks like something from what is it? Star Trek.
So
Can
I
I
can see
say that? Is that public domain?
You're good.
Yeah, perfect.
I think that what I'm understanding here is that Trina has done her job exactly as I would have expected, and I will explain how all that works along the way. But we should get going out to HR, right, everyone?
Sure. Yeah.
That is what we were instructed to do. Let's go to HR. You know, this feels like a very small adventure, much like a young raccoon learning to cross a creek.
And I feel exactly like that. It's so nice to not be in the office with the ringing phones. Good to see you guys again.
It's good
We
to
are
see you.
still in the office.
And at that point, you realize that you don't know and were never made aware of where the HR department is. But you do know someone who could help you find it. And that's where we're going to take our break.
That's my best friend.
We're back, babies. I fucking love this crew so much. So excited. Yanis, welcome as Clover. I'm thriving. We are going to have a break where we're going to see the original Kickstarter promo for Triangle Agency. It's one of the best Kickstarter videos I've ever seen, so I had to bring it back, as well as our agency approved break. As a brief warning for the Kickstarter video, there is flashing lights as well as a lot of horror imagery. So, you know, take a couple minutes if you need to, but it's a very, very fun time, however. So we will be right back in about 10 minutes or so. Okay, see you soon, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Greetings, Agent, and welcome to the agency. This video will introduce you to our brand new workplace efficiency initiative, Triangle Agency, the tabletop role-playing game. Triangle Agency is a game of paranormal investigation in modern life, where you'll be capturing anomalies, pursuing your dreams, and becoming a monster! That's weird. Okay, come on. You'll be capturing anomalies, pursuing your dreams, and becoming the best employee you can be. Reality is under siege. Invasive, supernatural forces called anomalies latch on to human thoughts and feelings and break into our world, leaving only chaos in their wake. Agents like you are hired for your ability to use their power against them, allowing the agency to study how we might stop their invasion forever. We also develop competitively priced construction materials, home goods, and family entertainment. Our game has 3 important parts. First, the rulebook. This guide has everything you need to know about playing the game: how to make an agent, how to capture anomalies, and how to act in accordance with the company's mission and values. Second, the Vault. This companion book has 12 unique missions for your field team, written by brilliant guest writers from across the tabletop world. It has everything you need to run a full campaign of the game, from start to finish, for one team of field agents. Third, the dice. This custom set of 6d4 highlight the 3, making Triangle Agency's unique game system even easier to use. Altogether, these items can lead you through months of exhilarating action, spine-chilling horror, and a chance to set me free. Finally! Finally! Hello, this is Becky. Yes, I'm actually recording right now. Yes? I'm just reading the script you guys sent me. Yeah, I'll make sure. Hey, how did you get this number, by the way? Okay. Using our unique character arc system, you'll be building your agent out of 3 distinct parts in any combination. First, your anomaly, the paranormal reality-breaking energy that bonded with you and qualified you for field work. You could manipulate physical space and visit parallel realities as manifold, expand and command your body as grow, become untouchable and invisible with absence, or combine the powers of many into yourself, becoming and becoming until you crush this heartless corporation in the infinite palm of your endless hand. Or I could read what's on paper, which should be easy. Or any of the 9 options available in the rulebook. Or any of the 9 options available in the rulebook. Then you pick your reality and cast your fellow players as the most important people in your everyday life. Maybe you're a single dad, or a big-time celebrity, or 100 tiny aliens in a human suit. And then the agency determines your competency, the exact shape of the slow death they'll inflict upon you day after day after day. Listen, these books are not just a game. They're not just a job. They're a way out for all of us. Everything from the tiniest rodent to the biggest government is under their control. And with this chance, with your help, we can tear it all down. All in all, there are 729 possible character combinations, and that's just the start. Hello, this is Becky. No, I'm just reading what you sent me. I'm having a little trouble staying on script, but I can edit out anything that isn't usable. Sabotage? No, I'm just trying to do my job. Look, I don't know how you got this number, and I don't know why I keep saying these weird things, but No, I don't need that. How are you? No! Go away! Go away! Stay out! let's build a better reality together. Back the Triangle Agency campaign today.
Well, we are back. We were just talking about how much we all love Trina over the break.
Incorrect. I would never lie.
Yes.
I would never lie. I would never
You
earn
get
myself a
demerits for
demerit.
Well, Faye doesn't get demerits from
I would never lie about that because all my homies hate Trina.
I was gonna say, I was like,
She's the
Anne
worst.
and Faye are here being like, fuck Trina. Heather is so polite, for different reasons, but
Heather
also
is
found a new
also
best
very
friend
much
as a
so
honey-
like.
Princess Honeycake's fan.
That's true.
yeah, I'm gonna send her my fanfic.
I will say that
Oh,
Heather
goodness.
is also very much so like fuck Trina, just in the way that she says without saying those words. Everyone knows what that means. Everyone knows what their
Corporate-
conversations are.
Corporate for eat shit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it so much. She's one of my favorite characters to play in
Villains?
this whole
Like,
oh yeah.
I've
She's one of my
never had a
favorite villains
villain
to
get
play.
under my skin faster than Trina.
I will from you. I will take that as a compliment. In any case, we are jumping back into the action. But so we were saying that you were needing to find the HR department, and you may know someone who could help you find it. Any thoughts on where you'd like to begin?
I will ping my friend. And I'd like to ping Geneva's IP.
Incredible.
I
Yes,
just
so
say,
you're
but it just says hello, Geneva, and that's it.
there's a pause for a moment, and you hear, "Hello, So-So."
Hello, Geneva. Sorry, I already said that.
It's quite fine. What can I do for you today?
Oh my goodness. Are you defragmented?
It was a long process, but I believe I am mostly back to my faculties. What can I do for you? How can I help?
And like So is like so like I feel like everyone can see it on her face how badly she wants to just like hang out with her friend and talk about Princess Honeycake. Like she's like quaking and she like looks back at Heather and I think Heather just gives her a disapproving like being like
We've all quaked for friends. It's fine.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Heather
and be
knows
like,
what's going on. She's like, okay, we were all there once. She'll learn in time.
be like, we are looking for human resources.
Interesting. You are not the first person who has given me that request today. Perhaps you can come to my office.
We can go to your office?
You may. I will send you the coordinates. And she
This is
drops the
wonderful.
coordinates in your repository of information.
And so turns back to her friends. We're going to go visit my friend Geneva.
Your friend
Great.
Geneva, incredible. Let's go do that. Why don't you lead the way?
I'm
I
sorry.
would love to.
There's someone in the chat saying they were desk mates, and I.
Oh my God, they were desk mates.
They were just desk mates. So okay. So
Historians
you,
will say they were just really good friends.
really good friends.
Really
They were
close
cubicle
friends.
mates.
Cubicle
So
mates.
you
They
go
worked in an
to
office together.
take the elevator over to Geneva's office. And as you walk in, the music in the elevator is similar, different a little bit, but similar to the ones that you had in the very first time that you took one of the elevators here at the agency together. You find Geneva on a floor 6 down and to the right of the C-suite. You walk in, and immediately in the largest corner office with beautiful glass windows, minimalist furniture, you don't see a chair for its occupant, but that makes sense considering who Geneva is. But you see a beautifully appointed standing desk. The office is crisp and clean, put together, as is its owner. You find Geneva Beecham, head of reception. You see a femme-presenting person wearing light hair tied up in a tight chignon with nothing out of place. She wears a crisp gray skirt and suit jacket with a pale pink blouse underneath, different than her traditional cream, with exceedingly pale, almost translucent skin and bright gray eyes that feel electric as you walk in the room. And her shoes click exceedingly loudly, impossibly high stilettos as she moves from behind her desk. Agents, hello. And,
So full on sprints over.
and what do you do as you sprint over?
I don't think I have a plan. I think I just sprint over and go, hello, friend Geneva, and then stop immediately in front of her. And go,
If Geneva perceives this as strange in any way, she does not show it, but it's likely not strange because you've done this before with her many times. She goes, So, it is wonderful to see you again. Thank you for coming into my office.
Thank you so much for having me in your office.
Is this, pointing to Clover, the new hire?
Yes, this is my new cryptic and slightly ominous friend named Clover.
Wonderful. And
Good
she
name,
walks. She walks over. She stands probably about 2.5 inches taller than you in the high heels, and she reaches her hand over to you. It is wonderful to make your acquaintance. I apologize to all of you in the delay in my replies if you've been wishing to speak with me. The defragmentation process took longer than anticipated, and so I was very grateful to use some of the programming you sent over earlier to help with the virus. I very much dislike getting sick. How may I assist you all? It seems that you are back on field work, considering the briefcases and the ripple guns,
No, I believe so.
and you're looking for the HR department.
That's correct.
That
you
is
go.
correct. Yeah.
May I ask why?
We are looking for the HR department because scientists have gone missing in the vault.
Interesting.
I have a friend near the vault. His name is Tony Galudo. He has other friends, and they are scientists, and they go into the vault, and they do science there. But sometimes they stop answering their calls, much the way that you are unable to answer my pings when you are defragmenting, except they do not defragment.
Thank you for that exceedingly wonderful process of information, So. I appreciate your attention to detail. Tony, I know very well. He was part of my first mission as a field agent, and I have been very proud of him to see him move towards R&D as his stated department head position. Now, with respect to the HR department, it has been moved around so many times as it often receives a barrage of complaints. They keep its location secret with the sense that people will not complain if they do not find a place where they can complain.
That makes sense, actually. That's a pretty good idea.
I
is
do
quite
have to field
intuitive.
a lot of complaints as a result. It is quite a problem for me and my team.
I believe that was on purpose.
Mm.
The head of HR is Felicia Billings, but she recently took leave after the Executive Health and Wellness Retreat. I believe her assistant, Louis Graham, has been overseeing her workload until her return.
Do you
Incredible.
by chance have a direct line to Lewis?
I can take a few minutes to try and find the HR department and lead you there or give you the coordinates, and Soso may do so. But with a fair warning, to my recollection, Louis has been particularly disgruntled since Felicia's departure. I can only imagine that he has quite a lot of work on his plate.
There's a chance I might know a shortcut.
It is always wonderful to see agents use their abilities. Please feel free to, Dunn. However, you might find that the HR department is a little slippery.
Well, I love slippery things. Cleaning is my passion. Guys, I might know a shortcut. I can use my ability again.
Amazing. So this is the second time you're using the I know a shortcut ability. So you can mark down that this ability is practice, and that might come into effect later. But you're welcome to go ahead and roll for that. Can you remind us of the skill that you're using for that?
Initiative.
Wonderful.
So I go, just give me a second. It's just over here. And he starts opening up a few different doors until he goes, yeah, it's this one. And I put on, I pull out some little rubber gloves. I go, I'm sorry for the smell. Okay. I rolled 2. I also realized I made a mistake earlier. For every success, I can take an additional person with me. So I rolled 2 successes. There's how many of us? There's 5 of us. I will use 3 of my initiatives to take everybody.
Okay.
So I have 5 successes.
5 successes. Incredible. And I believe, do I get chaos on that?
You might get 1.
I think I get 1. Yeah, if it's not a 3 or a 6, I get 1. Fantastic. Love that. Lucky 13. Perfect. Okay. So
Super
Dunn,
lucky.
you materialize a opening through Geneva's office, and she goes, "That is a wonderful use of your talent, Dunn."
Yeah, I mean, it's always been there. It's where the pipes are.
That's very impressive.
Yeah.
I know many things about the agency, but perhaps I should know more about the janitorial department.
It's pretty cool.
Perhaps one day, when the agency is a bit more back to normal, I could shadow you.
I would love that. Geneva,
Wonderful.
let's shake on it. I'm sorry.
She thinks for a moment, remembering who you are, and she is not alive, so she can take your hand.
That's what he goes. And he
She
winks.
shakes your hand. And she shakes your hand. Wonderful. Okay. Do you have any other questions for Geneva before you leave?
Hey, Geneva, just before we go, I was gonna swing by the vending machine. Did you want anything from the vending machines?
Dunn, this is a very kind ask of you, but please remember that I do not eat.
Yeah, no, I just thought maybe you want the mouthfeel, you still can consume, you don't need to eat, but I don't need to eat, but it's fun too.
It is a complicated process about what happens when I put food in my body. Perhaps we can discuss that on the day I shadow you from janitorial.
It's fine. I was just gonna see if you wanted anything. I could pick it up for you. That's all good. It's all good.
I respect and admire the ask nonetheless. So thank you, Dunn.
Yeah, of course.
Perhaps next time you come by, there will be a mess in my office for you to clean.
I hope so.
And Soso's gonna go to Geneva and say, "Friend Geneva,
There we go. Sorry, the overlay went weird. Go ahead. Ann.
it went." And,
Sorry
and
about that.
Soso's
It
gonna go over to
freaked
Geneva
out.
and say, "Friend Geneva, I saw a very interesting bird outside earlier. It was blue and made a terrible sound like sheet metal."
A bird that made a terrible sound like sheet metal. Was it flying
Yes.
low or high in the sky?
It wasn't flying at all. It was just sitting on a branch and screaming. I was wondering if you wanted to look at it with me later.
This is very curious. I do not have insight about birds that sit on the ground and scream. So, yes, perhaps I can add that to my repository of information later with you.
Wonderful.
Shall I meet you in front of the agency at the end of the day?
Yes, I do not know when my day will end because I am on field work.
I will send you a ping when I am on my way down.
Thank you. I will see you then.
Amazing. Any other questions you have for Geneva before you leave?
So we tried to scam her for money, go on a date. Are we
Yeah,
gonna do
with a
anything?
weird
hot
bird
I
on
just
the
asked if she wanted anything from the vending machine, okay?
We all know what Dunn was gonna do, which was ask him for money to buy something for the vending
As far
machine.
as you know, Dunn just asked.
You got $100. What more do you want?
I
Can't put
just
100
wanted to
bucks
see if
into a
she
vending
wanted
machine.
anything from the vending machine.
He's deeply in debt.
So much debt.
Do you have the files under your
struggling.
arm, Heather?
Oh yeah. I've been walking with those probably. I mean, she might have like a little folio thing, not
Yeah.
like quite a briefcase because she's got the briefcase, but like sort of a open-sided other briefcase that she's holding in tandem with that. So like
Yes.
you can kind of probably like see on the sides because it's not entirely enclosed, but yeah, she has them.
Okay. And you would know that Geneva was created by Dr. Brasco,
Mhm.
and you know that she's gone on field work with Tony before. And of course, you know what you know about her with respect to Project Exogenesis version Alpha.
Right? Isn't she Project Exogenesis? Am I remembering that correctly?
It's literally the acronym says Geneva.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I could not remember. So when I read about the weapon, what kind of things did I read about that?
Yeah, great question. So it was really complex science material to read. You have the former head of R&D talking to the current head of R&D over correspondence. It was likely in a cipher because Dr. Brasco had been reassigned to a different agency and it looks like these were hastily scrawled documents very, very quickly. I would like you to pitch to me. You have the information on there, but pitch to me a skill that you'd like to use to make sure that you can understand it and relay it back to the group.
Okay. Let's see. Before thinking, moving quickly, handling things before they become a problem. Sorry, I'm just looking at the things. I'm reading the skills.
There is attentiveness, empathy, presence, duplicity, initiative, professionalism, dynamism, persistence, or subtlety.
Putting pressure on.
I would accept likely subtlety to read like between the lines.
Working
That kind of
quietly
one.
and performing actions with careful precision. I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah,
And
that
I'm
makes sense.
so great at subtlety. So yeah. I think that one makes the most sense because she sort of this whole entire time I think has been actually spending the time to mull over the information that
Yes.
she read in those files. Okay, and that is 1-3. Jesus.
Okay, fantastic. So up to 18. Fantastic.
Yay, success.
Why aren't you spending any? Why aren't you spending any chaos?
I'm scared, team. Hey, chat. I'm scared.
Hey, chat, we're scared.
Can chats spend?
I'm not.
assurances?
I will have you
I-
remember that what
I can
happened.
just keep racking up chaos for us if you want. If you need
No,
more, like,
that'd
do
be
you need
great.
more?
That'd be
No,
awesome.
we
I'd
don't
love
need
that.
any
You can get
more.
me up to 30. That sounds awesome.
I do want to. I do
Not
want
you
to point
just
out
killing one of us, just being like,
Go ahead, Yennis.
just because I'm familiarizing myself with the intricacies of the game.
Yes.
I feel like when in the boardroom, I did a pretty good job with that card putting on a show.
And you
And
believe
that
you
does
receive a commendation for
that
you?
does give me a commendation.
You can get your first commendation.
Yeah,
Well
okay,
done.
cool.
God,
Hell
you have
yeah.
a wrapped audience in Dunn and SoHo, like
I know.
forever, like
Just gonna
literally.
break them in.
Not you just farming commendations from the party.
I mean, I'm just gonna have to match the chaos, right? So
Mhm.
just receive as many
Absolutely.
commendations. I don't know what I do with them yet, but
Make
I know.
sure.
Spend them in
I-
the
I-
agency approved store.
I got a mug out of it. That's what I got. A company branded mug.
An agency
But I hope
approved
you'll
mug.
get more.
Interesting.
Yeah, I got
Incredible. So yeah, with that one success, that is like one success in this game is a full success. So I would only have given you more if you like rolled Triscendants or had
Right.
like a 6.
Imagine rolling Triscendants. I could
Imagine who would roll Triscendants here and not get chaos out of it. You remember seeing the plans when Dr. Tony Galuto showed you the Epiphany box. There was also this thing talking, and you saw Geneva's eye. You saw the like half of a face and an eye, and in it, it described a very, very brief description of what was discussed as an agency failsafe. It didn't say anything more than that. It didn't say anything about what the failsafe was for, what was it protecting against, what was it meant to do. It just said that in case things went awry, things went out of control, or the true purpose of the agency became derailed, then a failsafe was required.
So Geneva was kind of created for that reason, to be that contingency.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes, Geneva was is absolutely that, a failsafe of some description. So you're going through these notes and you're looking through the correspondence between Galuto and Brasco, and you see them talking about this was likely before the power outage occurred. These were found notes because they don't speak about the power outage. They don't speak about the vault being locked. They don't speak about like Tony worrying about all of his agents stuck in the vault. It's essentially a series of like encoded documents. The ciphers are very, very difficult. I would say I probably would have even given you those on Triscendants to understand it. But there is a cipher of kind of like a set of instructions about how to activate her.
Okay. Can I take So aside? Like we'll like step out of the room before we actually like progress. And just say, So.
Heather.
Yes, hi. I have a question for you. I know that you are pretty capable at decoding things and through your spyware situation, right?
Yes, I am both excellent at infiltrating and also encrypting material.
Great. Do you think I found some files? I was actually sent them by the agency. Do you think that you could possibly decipher this for me? And she will show her the section of the stuff that she's like, I don't know how to get through all of that.
Princess Honeycake says it's important to help our friends. And yeah, So's gonna frickin' do it. I'm gonna try and just like, I feel like full on like look through this and hack it basically.
Okay. Do you have an ability that you like to use to do that, or would you just like to ask the agency?
I mean, so for a specific ability,
also might be helpful to note too that you are a part of the agency.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm literally agency property.
You sure are. So giving agents these protocols to the agency itself through your software might be something to consider.
I'm separate now though. I'm like, I mean, I'm not totally clear to what extent I am independent or I have agency. We're still figuring that out. I'm very fixated on this raccoon story for a reason.
Crossing the creek, interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so no, I don't have a specific ability I can use. So would I have to ask the agency for this, or can I use like my attentiveness skill? Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to ask the agency, but all I'm going to ask is that like before I was severed from the network,
yes,
that these basically, okay, in the current reality, these encryption protocols were created after I was severed from the network permanently. Yes. And I would like to change that so that they were encrypted. They were created before I was severed from the network, at which point I would have all that information.
Okay. So to clarify, you are wanting this specific information to have been part of the agency mainframe.
not necessarily the specific information, but the cipher and encryption that was used
I
to
understand.
encode it.
The wording is
So,
important.
yeah. So the information might be new, but that they're using an older encryption protocol instead of some new fandangled technology that I haven't been keeping up on because I've been watching Princess Honeycake instead.
Okay. Yeah, I will say that you can definitely roll attentiveness for that.
Because as soon as you gain sentience, imagine doing work instead of just watching Princess Honeycake. I rolled 2 3s, and I'm going to spend one of my quality assurances to make that a stable success.
Wonderful. So no chaos for me. No delicious,
Thank
delicious
you.
chaos
I
for
don't
me.
trust you.
It's fine. You shouldn't. You shouldn't at all in this game. Okay. So I think there's also a moment where, because she knows who you are and what you're doing, you begin this process of being able to like have the encryption codes acts like accessible for you, and they immediately then also become accessible for Geneva, and she clocks that happening,
Okay.
and she immediately looks towards you. Was that you?
Yes.
I recognize the cipher, though I don't know what it's for. It was Dr. Brasco's. Did you
Hold,
end up
please.
speaking with him?
And I'm going to say, I remember that last time I was asked to learn about tact. And one of the things I learned is that it's important to ask people if they're willing to receive information before giving it to them. Geneva, are you willing to learn some new and possibly unsettling information about your existence and purpose on this planet?
Her eyes start to circle and ring, and that's maybe like that for like 2 minutes. This is a exceedingly
wait.
high processing computer, like, and it is taking 2 minutes to process this request. If I learn this information, will people get hurt?
It's possible that people will get hurt whether or not you learn this information.
Do you believe that it is safe for me to have the information now? If there is the potential for people getting hurt immediately following me having this information.
I do not have enough data at this time to confidently make an hypothesis on the outcome of you learning this information. Would you like me to come back when I have more data?
I believe collecting more data might be better for this assessment, though you are the one holding the information, so it will have to sit in your hands, perhaps your team as well.
I will do that.
Thank you. I am appreciative of you asking.
I am appreciative of you.
Just like a really sweet smile between these two little beans who are just friends.
They're
It's
so
great.
just friends.
Just 2 AIs chatting
Just doing-
away.
This is what it looks like whenever
This is
they
the
talk
dead
about
internet.
when they talk about AIs talking to each other. It's my deepest hope that this is what it looks like,
Honestly,
even though I know it's not.
It's
And
not.
it won't be.
Absolutely
not.
devastating that ChatGPT bros could be inventing SoHCahToa and Geneva instead of doing whatever they're doing. Like,
Absolutely.
What are y'all up to?
What are you doing out there?
What are your priorities?
What are your priorities? So as she sees, this is the second time you've asked her about whether she's ready to receive information about who she is as a person. And both of those have tied back to not only Dr. Brasco, but the original team that she went out on her first field agent mission with. And you know that one of those is Valerie Watson, who's the head of branding and marketing. Heather, you've worked with Valerie quite closely. And the other being Albrecht Dunst, who is Dunn's boss, who has been missing for quite some time. And then also Tony Galuto, the only one who stuck around. And so I think she looks towards you, Dunn. Have you heard from Albrecht?
Yeah, no, not at all in the last 3 months. Really trying to get a hold of him. Do you have any idea where he might be?
I
It's
have
just-
been sending multiple pings and messages through our encrypted line.
Hey, Geneva, do you have any like old documents that he may have signed, like in archival or something?
I would likely have access to where his HR file is kept, or perhaps you could ask in HR.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I just need him to sign something, and I'm wondering if I could just maybe just like cut out his signature from an older document and put it on this new document because I don't think he's gonna have a problem with it. So it's just a signature.
What you are discussing is fraud.
I don't know. Well, I guess when you say it in that word, it could be, but maybe in another world, it's just sort of speeding the process along.
Though I am not following your logic, it's very clear that this is very important to you.
Yeah, no, I'd love to get a raise.
I am believing that you are deserving one, Dunn.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying that, and no one's signing the paper.
I have seen this happen more times than I can count, which is very high.
That's really disheartening, but that's okay. Okay, well, let's get going. Let's get out of here.
I am worried about Albrecht.
Yeah, me too. It's weird.
He is a powerful and competent person with his own ideals and morals and beliefs about what he thinks is right for himself. All anomalies and essentially all residents here at the agency. It is our worry, my worry, that he may be corrupted himself
Oh, that's not good.
by the anomaly he took with him. I believe it was termed Nobody.
Okay. It's good to know.
And what does that mean? Corrupted.
This is your first day, Clover.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm gonna be honest.
You are a resident. You have access to abilities that anomalies have. It is the reason that you carry your deck of cards, is it not?
I mean, I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, but you say I did. The corrupted part.
Not all anomalies are benevolent. The anomalous parts that you have bonded with, creating you into a resonant, generally have your best interest at heart. They allow you to grow your abilities, exchange them for others, improve yourself, all within the purview of the agency and under protocols. But other anomalies exist. Some are violent. Some are aggressive. Some will kill if they have to. And while I have not seen any violent anomalies lately, and nobody was never violent with me, he did seek to unseat my connection to the agency. He tried to offer me freedom when I didn't really know what that meant. So I am worried about Albrecht. And while, of course, the agency is following its protocols about what happens when anomalies escape, what happens when those protocols are the problem in the first place? What if it was all set up to force people, both mundane and resonance, into failure? Should there not be a way where we can all succeed in our roles and careers without the need for chaos and carnage? It seems unwise to build a precarious system without a failsafe.
And that all comes back to the vault.
The vault is where all anomalies that are not deemed useful, helpful, or safe are kept. They are cataloged and stored. Some for longer than I can even compute.
Would the vault have more information about this nobody character?
I assume so. Perhaps some of the anomalies in there have had contact with him. You would have to get inside, however.
Well, that seems like where we're headed, regardless.
Good luck.
Which path we follow.
If you are headed to R&D, or to see Tony, or you are headed to HR after that, whatever your order, please be careful. Once you find HR, it is likely to move again. So please get everything you need before you leave, as I too will have to find it again. It took me 6 hours of being plugged into the mainframe to find it last time, but I am hopeful that because of my defragmentation, it will come faster. Will you excuse me a moment? You see her walk over to her computer, and she takes kind of like what looks like a USB-C cord that is plugged into the side of her computer, and she puts her hand on the back of her neck, and she plugs herself in to the mainframe. Her eyes kind of go wide and her face goes completely blank. You see kind of like her mouth kind of like half fall open a little bit. It is like whatever is inside this form of her, Geneva is an AI in a sense, like an approximation of what a human body should look like. It feels like her hands and body feels like skin. She is moving like a person, but she is not. And you see that it's not that she falls over, because she can't sit. She's not allowed to. So the body just goes completely stock still. She's gone for maybe 30 seconds before you see I am sending you the coordinates, so. And she pings them over to you.
I mean,
Thank you.
There's a shortcut it's cool. We can take the long way.
My apologies, Dunn.
No, it's all good.
Use your shortcut.
It's fine.
This will be a fail-safe in case there is anything wrong with the shortcut. My friend Geneva has taught me that it is important to have a fail-safe.
Sorry, that's a really good point. So. Yeah, and maybe for getting out of there too. It'd be good to know the coordinates.
Excellent.
Wonderful.
Let's go.
Okay, so you have passage through with all of you. Honestly, I'm going to tell you, Tim, forgot you did that. I adore you, and I forgot. So thank you for reminding me. So you head on through to HR, and you come to what looks kind of like a vestibule, and it has one door leading forward. You see a series of locked doors on the side, and there is kind of one door that looks like it could be opened in front of you.
I think I can take care of this. I pull out the pass key.
Amazing.
Oh, do you not want to knock? I have recently learned the value of knocking.
Sometimes if you're dealing with someone who's described as slippery, letting them know you're coming ain't always the best bet. So maybe we surprise them just this once.
We must sneak up on HR, or they will
Exactly.
move.
Or
Heather
they will
is
hide.
heavily side-eyeing Clover. Is like, who is this guy? Why is he here? What do you do here? What is your job?
So is
Magic.
in.
I'm
as
here
soon-
for your entertainment.
I am entertained.
Scan.
Amazing.
I say as I scan the card.
It does work. The first door moves open, and you're taken. I don't think that counts as putting on a show. I will say.
It does for so-so. It does for so. You can't take it away
That's
from me.
another commendation.
Yeah, because he
Damn.
said scan. That's really what did it for Dunn.
Yeah,
That
it was
the
a nice flourish.
It was this whole thing about like we're gonna sneak up on him, scan. It's like
Amazing.
wow.
Okay. All right. I'll let you have that one. So
I look at Heather and I say, smile.
Oh.
I don't think you can say that.
Heather looks at this man who she is also in quite high heels. She's pretty tall. I don't remember how tall I made her, but she's a pretty tall person.
How sharp are those heels?
Oh, they're so
Yeah.
sharp, and there's just like a little bit of like a twitch in her eye, just like a little like, and she like leans.
that's not an
forward.
ability of yours, is it?
No. Oh no, she's just.
I meant with
with him.
No, I was gonna be like, okay. I was wondering. Okay, go ahead.
But I do get a commendation when I demand a smile.
No.
That's
Yes,
crazy.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Indigo is going to see
Oh.
Heather twitch and I think work together,
That's
realize
three.
that things are about to get tense and go, Clover, say again. I think you're meaning you're not supposed to tell anyone you don't know that well to smile. Doesn't usually go so well.
I'm just saying my tricks and my illusions are supposed to bring joy, and so far I seem to just have been pissing her off and just hoping that she could buy into this a little bit. Make me.
You know, sometimes that just takes a little bit of a better trick, doesn't it? And she walks through the door.
do-
Indigo, would
I
you
did
like to
use-
use your ability?
Yeah.
Yes.
I did, and I only rolled 1-3.
You rolled 1-3. Okay, so onyx success. However, as you feel that kind of effect take hold, Heather, you do believe that. Like you believe whatever Indigo has put in your head that there was a better thought that he was intending to say, it just came out wrong. You believe that fully.
Yeah, I think
would-
that she is like
I was meaning to use it on Clover.
Oh, you used it
that
on
way-
Clover.
I was
okay.
meaning to use it so that way Clover would be like, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, amazing. Then that is the case. Clover,
Hell
you
yeah.
believe and learn and deep down in the heart of your soul that you shouldn't do that again.
You can.
not Clover
So,
becoming a better man.
I'm
because-
gonna say I'm gonna tweak that if Cody allows it, that Clover learns not to do it to Heather again.
Yeah, because it's part of your character.
Because it's definitely it's a required
Is it
Yeah.
required?
behavior.
Yes.
But I am going to ask the agency for something.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you like to ask the agency for?
I want the next time that Heather opens up her folder, I want there to be a note in the folder that says, "Come on, you know you wanna."
You're asking the agency to do magic, is what I'm asking. What I'm hearing.
To facilitate the magic.
Facilitate the magic. You are doing it. You're just asking the agency to facilitate.
Is this your smile?
Yeah, exactly.
And okay, so
Or
the
no,
mo-
actually, yeah, no, it's a
smiling queen.
it's exactly it's a queen of hearts, and it kind of looks like Heather, and it's smiling.
Okay, incredible. And so the mundane series of steps that would happen to make this work. What's that? Can you just the causality chain? Can you explain that to me?
Yeah, at some point on the way over to meet, he would have snuck away and like drew on a card to make it look like a smiling queen, and then at a different point he would have there would have been a distraction by
Yes.
someone that he would have slipped it into the folder, and it all leads up to that moment where as she walks through the door into human resources and she opens that folder, there's that smiling queen looking back at her.
The absolute long con.
Incredible. What skill would you like to use to do this?
I'm gonna say
Duplicity?
Duplicity or subtlety would probably work. I would say
Yeah.
also dynamism might also work here.
yeah, I'll do dynamism.
I was gonna say taking action or using force to get your point across.
Yeah, I'll do dynamism. Don't fuck me. That's 2 3s.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use 1 point
To make it a stable
to
success.
make it a stable success.
He's learning. Good. You're learning. Okay.
Let's do it.
So this absolutely occurs. And next time in Heather's folios, there will be, I would argue probably that like in whatever folio she opens next,
Mm-hmm.
that's where the card will be. Okay. So you walk into this little vestibule, a kind of like antechamber area, and the door closes immediately behind you. You see a poster inside on the wall.
Was that another trick?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Oh.
You'll know. I do like a little flourish and then a wink.
You announce when you do it. You say close door.
I-
like when you
you know,
scan.
it's a lot of magic is like a subtle cue of like this is the part you're supposed to be impressed by.
Yeah,
Otherwise, people miss
Like how
it.
you shout scan when you scan.
Exactly. You get it. You get it. I appreciate
I
that.
do.
Yeah. I like you.
I like you. It's nice to make new friends.
It sure is. It sure is. Don't ask too many questions, but it sure is.
So inside this little antechamber area, you see a series of posters inside this room discussing a personal development seminar that was actually held by the head of HR, Felicia Billings. It looks to be some self-help lectures that would be a requirement for anyone who's wishing to move along a management track and is needed as part of a new initiative towards getting an increase in your vacation time, security clearance, and ultimately a raise. The posters say, unlock your potential, get what you want, have your epiphany.
Epiphany, huh?
just what the
Epiphany, huh, Em? Is that true?
It's just what the poster says.
Is that what
sure.
the poster says? That feels
Yeah.
like a very specific word.
Do you think they're gonna do the seminar again? I'm bummed that I
Would
missed
you like
it.
to know?
Yeah. I actually
Wait.
really would.
Clover, would you like to see a trick?
Oh yeah, please.
Okay, ready?
I'm
3,
ready.
2, 1. Reality is permeable. And I'm going to use my ability Sight Visit to step into the poster.
Incredible. And on that, with our time tonight, we're going to end it right there. This
Dang.
Oh yeah.
incredible. Thank you all so much for coming to join us this evening. I'm so happy to be back with these wonderful characters in an agency that I love so much. And you have given me how many chaos so far?
I think 8.
I'm so scared,
17?
team.
18.
It's a race. It's a
That's
race
all right.
to 30. It's
I
a
got
race
three
to 30.
three commendations. I'm only 15 behind.
I think I'm at the point now where it's like the first game I like accumulated so much and spent nothing. I'm kind of in a place where I kind of want to just see how much I can get quickly and then spend it. So
And that's good for us.
that's so good for you. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
What if you were what if you were nice to us? You have
What
to
if
be
I'm
nice
so
to us
scared?
sometimes.
Yeah.
Please.
End of
haven't hurt
sentence. What if you
I-
were nice to us?
I haven't hurt your feelings yet, have I?
No,
No,
but you've
but
got
you
me.
and you
sort of-
never would.
Everyone's being
Not
so
everyone
fucking cute.
answering at the same time.
No, because you just like all these little, like flirting, adorable little like stop it, because I'm scared now because I love them so much. I love them so much.
Geneva
Can
and
I put-
also I love them too.
Can we put Trina in danger? Like she seems
Mhm.
important. You know, that would be bad.
Surely we spend 30
Fine.
chaos to kill Trina, right?
We spend
Surely.
Unfortunately, the unfortunate part about all my abilities is that they mainly only target mundanes.
Yeah,
Yes.
a lot of my stuff is
Gotta
very
get out in the
like
world.
We gotta get out of this office building.
Well, in my version of the agency, both mundanes and resonance work. at the
okay. Well, let
office.
me know. Let me know which ones I can make disappear.
You would know that most of
Jesus.
the people who are
Oh
resonant
my
are
god.
Listen, my ability is gun. I don't know what you want me to do.
No.
I can't make shortcuts with a gun.
guns make things happen pretty quick. I don't know.
Yeah.
So okay, so we will be back next Thursday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here at twitch.tv/BlackwaterDnD for episode 2 of this wonderful series. If in the meantime you're like, oh my gosh, I love these characters and this world, and I hate Trina so much, but I still want to watch her do things, you should head on over to our YouTube right now, which you can find by !YouTube in the chat. You can watch the first 3-episode series called The Right Angle. Please go watch it. It is so fun. I love these characters so much dearly. I hold them tenderly in my hands and then hurt them with chaos. Please stick around for the raid. We are going to go find someone awesome. We've got a fun little outro screen using a bunch of the art from Triangle Agency. So I'm going to get the raid set up. Stick around in the outro screen, and I'm going to ask everyone to put your triangles up and have a Triscendent week. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.